Hello, friends. Today is a very, very sad day for all of the. I'm sorry. I can't even pretend. I can't even pretend. Marjorie Taylor Greene is leaving Congress. Woo! ah, party at my place. Drinks are on me tonight, boys. Look, I don't have many feelings about this because I don't like Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I'm glad to see her go. Dare I say happy to see her go? Dare I say ecstatic to see her go? I honestly don't think that we're going to get somebody worse in her place because that would be a very high bar to clear. So, I don't know. At worst, we'll get another Republican, right? That is what is probably going to happen. But I did want to talk about this a little bit because a lot of people are speculating about why they think she's doing it. And sure, there has been talk about her possibly running for the Senate. Some people even think she might run for president. I think that is very far fetched. I don't think that's within the realm of possibility. People kept talking about a Tucker Carlson Marjorie Taylor Greene ticket, and I just think that is so insane. I could see Tucker Carlson trying to make a go at it, but I just think Marjorie Taylor Greene and that combination was not going to happen. But that's just my thoughts. I was surprised when she resigned. That was surprising. This announcement is surprising, but also not, because I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is just somebody who can dish it out, but she can't take it. So the moment she started getting flack from Donald Trump, the moment she realized she wasn't sitting at the popular table anymore, she started to get real antsy. She started to get real itchy, and she didn't like it. And now she has to get out. She has to get out of there. So she's leaving. That is why I don't think she'll run for Senate. I think at most she might try and do like a social media pivot, but I do think that she just can't take it. She can dish it out, but she can't take it back. She is the typical bully. She can dish it out, and the moment somebody gives it back to them, they cry foul, they cry like a baby, they whimper, and suddenly they're the victim, right? That is really what I think about Marjorie Taylor Greene and her exit from Congress. We'll see how these last few weeks or however go for her, but ultimately, I think it's just as simple as the fact that she just couldn't take the heat. She just can't stand it. She can buck up all she wants, but the moment Donald Trump turned on her and officially turned on her, made it very clear that he was no longer supporting her, and she started getting death threats from MAGA supporters, that was too much for her. That was too much for her. And she apologized, she was like, I'm sorry for ever feeding into this myself, blah, blah, blah. I think that is bullshit as well. I don't know. I just think that maybe she should disappear quietly, you know? Walk away quietly with your shame and never return. Please and thank you. But I didn't want to talk about this just because of Marjorie Taylor Greene leaving. There have been some interesting reactions to her leaving, and one of those is coming from none other than Cenk Uygur, the head of the Young Turks, who has been having Marjorie Taylor Greene on his show fairly often these days, is taking this really hard. He's really having a rough time. Like, I think he's going through the 5 stages of grief. Right now, I guess he's in the bargaining stage because he literally made a post saying, I challenge Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene to a debate on whether she should stay or leave Congress. I'll take the side that she should stay. Anytime, any place, Marge. Bro, she already made an announcement. Everybody's already talking about it. It would be ridiculous for her to go back on it now. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? He said he would debate Marjorie Taylor Greene on whether or not she should stay in Congress. He also made another post quote tweeting Randy Fine, who, ew, fuck that guy. And he said, seeing this pig celebrate is reason enough for me to be furious about Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene's decision. No way she should leave and he should stay. For all my disagreements with Marjorie Taylor Greene, at least she was an American and cared about America. Almost all we have left are congresspeople from Tel Aviv. And I don't even necessarily disagree with him too much in that regard. I do think that Randy Fine is awful. I would personally like both Marjorie Taylor Greene and Randy Fine to leave Congress. That's my perfect world. Not for Marjorie Taylor Greene to stay and for Randy Fine to go. He's having a rough time. He talked about it on The Young Turks as well, and he's just really going through it. I'm not surprised, and let me tell you why. Cenk has had Marjorie Taylor Greene on his show quite a bit lately, and he's been praising her quite a bit because of the whole. He'll say it's a populist thing. In my opinion, I think he's just trying to appeal more to a moderate, right leaning demographic. I think Cenk, first and foremost, is a businessman. Just from what I've seen of him, what I've heard across the board, I just think that Cenk is focused on the success of the Young Turks and making money. I don't think he cares that much about the actual policies anymore. Maybe he did at one point, but I don't think he does now. Now I think it is 100% about the money and the sort of overall success of the Young Turks. And I do think that losing Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be a big blow for him. He's been leaning towards this sort of moderate audience, and I don't really think anybody else has given him the time of day. I haven't seen many other right-leaning conservative Republican politicians coming on the Young Turks. There's been a few maybe here and there, but overall it had just been Marjorie Taylor Greene. I do think a part of this is rooted in the fact that he's kind of losing a bit of his meal ticket here, right? He's losing one of the major aspects of his whole right-wing sort of swing here. And with Anna Kasparian having one foot out the door already, she's about to run away to Florida as far as I'm concerned. I think he's probably nervous. I think he is genuinely concerned about how he continues this sort of right-wing pivot and how he continues to make inroads with the more conservative crowd. He needs somebody who will give him legitimacy. He needs somebody who will reach across the aisle to him and sort of pull him over to the other side, or at least give him that sort of bridge. And without Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know who else is doing that for him. I really don't. That is my assessment of this whole thing, of Cenk's reaction. I think it's less about wanting Marjorie Taylor Greene to stay because he thinks that she's a populist or a true American first type of person. I think it has everything to do with she was useful to him. She was very useful to him. And she is no longer useful to him if she leaves Congress. She loses a level of her relevancy, and she already has lost a sort of level of relevancy when it comes to the MAGA base, but of course with the more moderate, more populist-leaning people, she has gained more relevancy. That's what Cenk wants. He wants to sort of tread this more moderate line, and that's what he's been trying to do for a while now. And I do think that is going to get more difficult now that Marjorie Taylor Greene is stepping away from Congress. R.I.P. Cenk. He's taking it hard. He's taking it real hard, which is hilarious because it's Marjorie Taylor fucking Greene. That's who we're talking about here. This man is willing to debate why Marjorie Taylor Greene should stay in Congress. I don't want to hear people try and act like the Young Turks have not made a more moderate switch, a more moderate turn, because they absolutely have. And it's not just this. Obviously, you have Anna going on Patrick Bet-David's Her Take and being a main fixture over there, where she is supposed to represent the left on that panel and fails to do so pretty much at every turn. So this is not just a Cenk-related thing. This is in relation to both him and Anna when it comes to the Young Turks, but I don't think Cenk is all bad, but I do think that he is not so much about the Young Turks' output anymore. I don't think he's really focused on the actual stuff they're putting out and is more focused on what can sort of get them the most money, the most engagement, the most views, etc. That's just my assessment. I could be wrong, but that is where I land with all of this. So, with that being said, Taylor Greene for me, and Cenk's reaction was very funny. Could not help but laugh because he'll debate her. He'll debate her, everybody. He'll debate her on why she should stay. Like, what is she gonna do? say oopsies, takesy backsies. I'm just kidding, guys. I was just joking. I'm staying. But that is really all I have for you. I do appreciate you watching this video. If you made it this far, do go ahead and give this video a like for me, leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think I've been a little hard on Cenk? Maybe I should give him more grace. I don't know. Let me know what you think, and maybe while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second, and it's just a click, and it would mean the literal world to me. So I would appreciate it so much if you did that. And thank you so much for the support. Also, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch so you don't miss a live stream. I do want to start streaming more. I know I always say that, but I do really want to start streaming more. And hopefully I will be able to do that. So if you want to catch a live stream, you're going to want to be following so you know when I go live. Aside from that, that's really all I have for you. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Free Palestine, free Sudan, and goodbye.